Tonight, Christina Carswell hosts an all-new episode of The Lounge. The following program may contain mature material some viewers may not find suitable. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's The Lounge with Christina Carswell. Tonight, Christina welcomes Alex, also known as Axel, from the channel Swathed, Sarah from the channel Lyra Kylaren, and Sean, a professional QA video game tester. And now, here's your host, Christina Carswell.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Lounge. We're going to be talking about 2017.
Ooh.
I don't know why I did that, but let's go.
Because everything is made more mysterious.
Could also be that we're having a spiritual sense after the death of 2016.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
other disappointments.
Good
I
fun
mean,
friends.
and the biggest part about, looking forward to 2017 is all the games that are probably maybe gonna come out.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So let's talk about what we're expecting for this year.
Zelda.
Of course, that's what you come up with.
Oh, of
Link
course.
Gone
Oh,
Feral.
Damn.
Of course. Well, no, Zelda is one of probably the top 5 new IPs to come out. I mean, I guess you can't really say it's traditionally a new IP. It's Zelda, but it's a new Zelda. So, I'm always jazzed about that. Another one that I'm really looking forward to, because I'm a big fan of roguelikes, is Loot Rascals. It's a really colorful game from the guys who made Ho Hokum. It was a PS4 game. But it's a turn-based roguelike where you have to navigate a planet and survive against things that want to kill you and evil robots and stuff.
Of course.
But because it's a roguelike, you want to try and loot as much as you can. But the interesting aspect is the other human players playing can either help you or completely fuck you over. So it adds this extra layer of strategy where you're not only doing the turn-based strategy against the computer players or AI controlled stuff, but you also have to keep in track the other players doing their thing at the same time.
Okay.
So it's a really interesting concept. I'm going to see how the game comes out. I mean, I'm a really big fan of that art style. It's just this really cartoony, sci-fi space, kind of 2D flat look. Almost reminds me of Katamari Damacy.
Oh, okay.
Kind of combined with some sort of weird Steven Universe-esque cartoon, where it's all neon, it's very neon-y. Another one that I'm really looking forward to is Sea of Thieves, which is Rare's new game. Finally, they're not making goddamn dance games and shit. But it's gonna be for the Xbox One, and it was announced in 2015, but we didn't really see much of it last year.
Okay.
And then this
is going to be more previews coming up.
Well, at this year's E3, they released a little bit more, but it's a full-on pirate navigating. They had a demo at E3. I unfortunately didn't go to E3, but they had it's a 5-person team that mans a pirate ship. So kind of think of Guns of Icarus or that other pirate game that came out that was kind of more of a tech demo. Yeah. But every person has their own duty to keep the ship going. And then you're just trying to basically plunder. You can dock on islands. You can have naval combat with other ships. It's borderline an MMO about pirates, but Rare themselves has said it's not really a traditional MMO. It's more of just they created a pirate role-playing game that has a large amount of people playing it, but it's not like an MMO traditionally where all the players are kind of following along the same storyline. It's going to be more of like,
You do your own thing.
it's more of like just an open game, because you don't have to fight everybody. You can. I like to compare it to
do your own shit.
Well, I like to compare it to Freelancer. It's a pirate version of Freelancer. You can go around and be a fairy and be like a smuggler, where you're just trying to bring things from island to island. Or you can be like total pirates and just plunder everybody. Or you can, be, completely peaceful with, whoever you want. But the added, thing about that is you can't trust people. So
it's typically a given.
It looks really cool. I'm gonna hold out to see how it fully works out. Kind of segueing in from another Rare game. I'm a huge fan of Banjo-Kazooie, so Yooka-Laylee for me is gonna be I'm super jazzed for that one. Because it's the same charm. It's not exactly the same team, but it is, I think, a big chunk of the original team. Okay. Yeah, it's just they couldn't get the rights to Banjo-Kazooie, so they just made a different one. But it's going to be that kind of
started, so
it's going to be, everyone kind of knows the details now, where it's going to be the traditional Banjo-Kazooie platformer collectathon, but with, you can use the abilities of both people. I can't remember which one's named which. I think the bat's named Yuka and the chameleon is Laylee, but I can't remember the exact one. But it's but basically, like, if you need to fly over a gap, you can use the bat, or like swing using the chameleon's tail and other things like that. And it's basically just going to be a good old, kick in the pants for like that kind of genre. I miss the good old action platformers, so it'll be a nice addition. And then I guess the last one for me right now that I'm like die-hard holding my breath on is the new Prey.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that.
I absolutely loved the first one, except they took everything I loved about the first one and didn't include it in the second one.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know because the devs have already said this is going to be a reimagining. Because it is Bethesda. They are redoing it. They're doing it completely from the ground up. It's going to be kind of the same mechanic. I really hope it keeps stuff like the wall climbing and like just the rooms that like the perspective shifts, because that was my favorite part of the game. And also I kind of like the main character because it was a game that had a very Native American aesthetic, and I'm really big on like Aboriginal aesthetic. So I was just like, it was a game where you kind of played some alcoholic Native American, which it's unfortunate stereotype. But yay! But at the same time, it was that aesthetic that allowed him to do the spirit walking and all that other real cool game mechanic stuff, right? Like I really felt like they at least tried to mesh those two things together. And the original Prey was a great first-person shooter. So this one, I'm really holding my breath. It's the last one I'm like direly looking to see what happens when it comes out. But other than that, it's just pretty much going to be Zelda and I guess for like new IPs, Zelda, Loot Rascals, Yooka-Laylee, and Prey. And as for quick remakes, Crash Bandicoot is getting all HD remakes.
Well,
so
why don't we just like talk about like what is coming out, not necessarily like what we're expected to do, but like big brand name titles.
Oh, okay. I was just going through like I don't really care
about
like, a million different other ones, but like.
But I literally don't have a list of what I'm expected to like buy or what I'm expected to play or anything like that. Like, because a lot of the games that I'm used to playing is like they ended. Like that's it. except for like Andromeda, which is coming out. That's the only thing.
Which is why, like, mostly I'm looking for like newer IPs.
Yeah.
To kind of see if they can like switch up, you know, a well-trued formula or something.
So there's obviously going to be more Resident Evil. There's going to be like more Dragon Quest, more Kingdom Hearts, because those fucking
the sequels,
game types,
sequels.
they're never going to end. They're never going to end. They're going to keep like pumping them out year after year. Hitman, Dynasty Warriors, one after another.
Oh, I'm going to throw another one on that list. South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Okay, yeah, that's a continuation I'm looking forward to.
Because the Stick of Truth was amazing. So
yes, it really was. Another Outlast.
Yay!
Horror gamers.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
that
more
shit was
spectral
scary
cock in
as
my
shit.
face.
What?
You played it, right?
No, I watched a friend play.
There's
because
dicks.
I was too
There's
chicken.
dicks.
There are dicks, yeah.
There's dicks
There
in the
are
game.
dicks.
There's going to be more dicks. It's the sequel. Now they have to put more dicks.
Oh yeah, I remember
dicks.
just like I was watching a friend play it. We were pretty drunk, and then we came up to this guy with his buddy standing there, butt naked, cocks out, and we're like, "I'd like to fuck that guy." We're like, no homo, no espe,
Yeah.
no moleste.
Bueno.
Those guys were quite the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, another one that kind of continues a series that I'm actually really looking forward to is Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's going to be a completely 4-player co-op experience from the ground up.
Oh,
So
really?
whether this might be 4-player online co-op or, a really good, hey, guys, come over, sit down in the living room, let's beat this game together, kind of like old school Halo co-op, playthrough.
Oh.
So it's going to be completely 4-player co-op from the get-go. So none of this cheesy 2-player co-op that has is just a crappy B story. It's the main story, and you can play all 4 characters. Or if you're playing single player, you can switch between the 4 main characters. So it looks really good, and it's promising. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Ghost Recon series as well. So,
Okay.
that's like
What
stuff
else
that
there?
comes out in more the middle of the year. I mean,
Persona 5, of course.
Sonic Mania. I mean, for the old school Sonic fans out there,
PC, PS4, Xbox One, so new
it's-
gens and then PC.
it's looking to be actually pretty decent.
Okay, have you seen actually anything from the gameplay?
Yeah, we've seen slight gameplay footage, and it looks to go back to like the more Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which it looks promising, and actually around the same time, a game that I've been looking forward to coming out for a long time because it's made by actually a couple guys that are from Ottawa.
Yeah.
Is Cuphead.
Cuphead.
Yeah, it's a studio from Montreal, but it's a bullet hell co-op boss fight game.
Okay.
Oh, kind of like Super Hot.
No,
No.
no. More like think of like the boss fights in Binding of Isaac,
Okay.
but like that's all it is. It's just a boss rush game.
Oh, okay.
But-
So you
but
just got
the-
like a big target that could take a lot of punishment, and you gotta dodge all of its punishment. That's
Exactly. Yeah. But the aesthetic reminds me of the old school like 1950s Disney cartoons. Kind of like the old Steamboat Willie.
Oh,
That's even
okay.
older than the 50s, but like the Steamboat Willie kind of aesthetic.
Mhm.
It's about a guy named Cuphead who has a cup for a head, and
Obviously.
and his buddy, I can't remember, he has a mug instead of a cup for a head. I think it's Mugman. It's Cuphead and Mugman. And
Mug buddy.
yeah, there's no real plot, or the plot hasn't been divulged yet. But it's supposed to come out like, spring of 2017. It was supposed to come out December, like this month of 2016, but it got pushed back.
Okay.
It really looks fun, and it's just one of those, seems like those are small games you can just pick up, play for a bit, and put down.
If you had a femme fatale following the same kind of theme,
Okay.
would it be the Vastress? You've got Cuphead, Mugman, the Vastress. I don't
Oh
know.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Haxel. Oh boy.
I'm just putting it out there. See what the commentators say.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, another one that hasn't been fully, like, it hasn't been given a quarter release date. It's just announced for 2017. Scalebound.
Yeah.
That looks pretty awesome. I mean, you can fight
PC
a lot.
Xbox exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Microsoft exclusive, so it's going to be PC, Xbox One. It looks awesome. I don't know how to like describe it other than you fight dragons with other dragons.
Yeah.
But you're not a dragon. This isn't like Spyro or some shit. This is like
You're a human with a dragon pet.
You are Dovahkiin, except it's
You
still
are
another
Dovahkiin.
dragon. You have a dragon pet.
Yeah.
So, but you get partnered. It's like everybody gets partnered with a dragon. So it's kind of like Avatar, where they like, you know, that whole scene where they're trying to tame those like flying dragon things. But it's also going to be co-op, 4-player co-op, where each person gets their own dragon.
Okay, that makes me a little bit more excited for it then.
It does. It's kind of 2016 really didn't convince me on buying an Xbox One, but a lot of the stuff that's coming out that's like multiplayer, I really hope it's local. If it's local, then it's going to be amazing. I don't know how they would do it because it also does seem like kind of like an open world kind of game. So I don't really know exactly how it's going to pan out. It looks good. I'm not jumping on the hype train. It's something on my radar that I'm just going to keep.
You're interested for it.
I'm definitely interested. I mean, you fight dragons with dragons. Like, this is Game of Thrones meets like The Witcher.
Oh, this is kind of like some of the stuff I'm seeing described in this game is kind of like what's going on with The Last Guardian. You've got an AI companion, and I'm not exactly sure how Scalebound handles or giving commands to the dragon, but there seems to be some kind of communication with it to assist you in combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any other exclusive title that I'm interested. Like, obviously, Xbox has Halo and that franchise going on, and fucking PS4 has the Bethesda shit going down. The Wild 8 is an Xbox exclusive. I have no clue what that's about.
I haven't really looked into that one myself.
Dune is an Xbox exclusive. Strafe is a PS4 exclusive. In fact, Winter is PC only.
Yeah, there's going to be a few PC releases as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are.
I mean, on a side note,
exclusive.
the Friday the 13th movie, the game,
The game.
the movie, the game, the book, the comic, the young adult novel. I mean, I haven't seen much about it. My passing glances about the stuff that has been released for it, it looks interesting. It kind of reminds me of what's that game that just came out for PC where you play as like the one killer and it's like 4 people trying to escape.
No. It's it's a good one. Okay, hang on.
I'm totally spacing that on. Yeah.
Axel, come on. Help
Anyways,
us.
Looking for it.
Use your Google foo. But like that game, I really hope that maybe that Friday the 13th is going to be that where one person plays Jason and the other people are trying to like save all the kids and save all the other counselors. Kind of like the original game for the Nintendo that sucked.
If I could get you in between there. Dead by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I think it was Dead something. I couldn't remember the Daylight part.
Google searches Steam serial killer game. It even suggested it for me.
It'd be either that or Hatred, and Hatred was a bad game.
Apparently, there's another game on Steam called Serial Cleaner.
What? Are you
Yeah.
obsessed with cleaning? Like,
You know what? I'll look at this. Hang on. You keep talking. Okay. Yeah. Serial Cleaner is a story-driven, fast-paced, stealth action game characterized by 1970s theme and aesthetics. You're a professional cleaner. Your job is to clean up murder scenes by disposing bodies, covering bloodstains, and hiding murder weapons and other incriminating evidence.
So it's like a better version of Viscera cleanup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except it's in like top-down mode and not in 3D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like the inverse of Party Hard, where you have to kill everybody, but now you have to hide all the evidence.
Exactly.
That seems like a fun game.
It's the hiding the bodies aspect of Yundari Simulator.
Yeah, or the hiding the bodies aspect of Hitman.
You remember that?
I mean,
little
Hitman did it first.
Yeah. Remember that thing that you really annoyed about during this one game? Yeah, it's an entire game about that. Okay. There's also
other than that, there's like a slew of fucking like sequels.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's
Crackdown
terrifying.
3, Knack. They're making a Knack 2. Why are they making a Knack 2?
What is
They're
a knack?
also making a Star
Knack was
Wars
a PS4
Battlefront 2.
Knack was a PS4 release title, I think. That was absolute garbage. The frame rate was terrible. Like,
But what was it about?
you were like some junk giant or something, and I didn't play it all the way through. I played like the first level, and I can't remember everything because it's a shitty game.
Well then, he has spoken.
I mean, Gwent's
that's
coming
cool.
out. I'm excited for Gwent.
Oh my god, Gwent.
Gwent's gonna come out. I mean, looking at all the random sequels that are coming out, Rock of Ages 2.
See, where the hell have I been? Because I'm hearing all these titles, and I don't even know what any of these are.
Rock of
What's a
Ages
Gwent?
was actually a really fun game. It was like you played a rock that had to make it to the end of the track, and you had to just like crush buildings and mow people over to try and get to the end. Like you were like the Rock of God. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
God possessed a rock to like smite these people.
It's like Katamari, except
Kind of. It's the
different
inverse of
species.
Katamari. Instead of
Oh.
collecting everything, you just smush everything.
I
we got Crackdown 3. Crackdown 3's coming out. I don't really care. I loved Crackdown 1, and Crackdown 2 is pretty fun, but the series died to me. I don't know why they're making a third one.
I don't know why they're making a Star Wars Battlefront 2. I didn't think the first one did all that bad.
The first one did amazing.
No, like the only multiplayer one.
Yeah, it sold so well.
Yeah, but who's playing it now?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Anyone I know who bought it doesn't play it anymore.
Yeah. That's to be fair, but there's still a large player base for it. I mean, Outlast 2,
All I'm saying
Halo
is like
Wars
it's
2.
retention.
Why do we need a new Halo Wars? Fuck that. Sniper Elite 4. I didn't actually look at Sniper Elite 4. Sniper Elite 3 was fun. There's a Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. Oh god, they're making another one of that. Dragon Quest 8. Gravity Rush
I told you
2.
that.
Gravity Rush was fun though. Lego Worlds actually looks pretty fun. For Honor. For Honor looks like an amazing game. It's like it feels to me like a more fleshed out version of Chivalry with like more
Oh, okay.
but it's more like team focused.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, oh yeah, no, like, I'm gonna get a lot of hate from a lot of the Chivalry players, probably all 7 of you that watch this. You know, like, Chivalry was fun, but it just got kind of repetitive after a while. For Honor seems like it's just taking the formula and breathing new life into it, which I'm totally for. And other than that, I mean, the Nintendo Switch is coming out probably in March. Allegedly, it hasn't been direly confirmed yet, but
So to answer your question, Chi, number of people playing Battlefield 1, for PC over 40,000, Xbox One 102,000.
Battlefront.
Battlefront, not Battlefield. Damn it.
Yeah.
Battlefront.
they also said like that Battlefront 2 was gonna come out like just like a month after Battlefront 1 came out. They're like, oh, we're gonna make Battlefront 2. It's gonna have more fucking maps and it's just gonna be bigger. Why they didn't just release it as DLC? Because if they did all of that in a DLC, people would have been pissed at them for the money grab that the online multiplayer was basically a money grab.
Okay, now I got the proper stats up. Currently for Battlefront, 2,000, almost 3,000 on PC, 15,000 Xbox One, and 21,000 for PS4. So a grand total of 39,000 concurrent players for Battlefront.
Yeah, just short of 40,000 players.
Yeah, but to be fair, Battlefield 1 just came out like a month ago. So that's like if you look at all those style games where it's like the Battlefield style game, Battlefield always dominates. Like always, every single time.
Battlefront, not Battlefield.
No, but what I'm saying is that all the people who were probably playing Battlefront before Battlefield 1 came out bought Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 1's a better game.
There you go.
So they went to all play Battlefield 1. Had Battlefield 1 not come out, then they probably would have still been playing. Like, I have friends who are still playing Battlefront. But to me, the online component is the one thing that's stopping me. Like, I wanted a single-player campaign.
Yeah, which it just didn't have.
Yep. So
I want is the numbers from its release to compare to the numbers that of its current fucking Battlefield. I want Battlefront. God damn it. No one has these fucking numbers. Okay.
shit, people can pull these numbers up when fucking No Man's Sky shits the bed.
Oh, frig, yeah.
But to be fair, that only happened in a 2-month period. I think Battlefront's been out for a year now. Star Wars Battlefront's been out.
It came out earlier, 2016.
Like what, February? It feels like it's been a year.
It was early access for a while.
Yeah, well, what's the release date on that one?
Someone on the subreddit for Overwatch is suggesting an alternative.
November 17th, 2015. It's been a year.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's the game's already been out for a year, and usually after a year, the number of concurrent players dies down a lot, anyways. Except for stuff like MMOs or constant competitive games like League of Legends, Overwatch, Dota, MMOs, like competitive first-person shooters like Call of Duty and Battlefield. Like those numbers will probably never die because they have a continual fan base. So, I mean, considering how Battlefront came out in 2015, a 2-year gap before Battlefront 2 is fine. I'm actually completely calm. Like, I'm completely okay with that.
Okay, someone has numbers comparing Battlefront to Battlefield, where this was as of May in 20,000 players across all platforms playing Battlefront, yet playing Battlefield 4, there were 33,000 alone on just PS4.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, Battlefield will always dominate.
Always have a hardcore player.
Always have a hardcore. Like I'm one of those people. I love the Battlefield.
It's increased slightly since May, but not by much.
Yeah, that could be due to like DLC or extra updates and stuff like that. Because usually some players will come back if they like fix a like if they patch something that like completely killed the game, and they patch it out, and then players are like, "Oh, I'll come back and play now that that thing doesn't exist." Or DLC comes out and they go like, "I want to play the new map." So
that makes sense. Okay, well, that was an interesting trip down what game has how many people.
The statistics of Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, I don't know. I played the beta and I didn't like it was enjoyable, but if a game doesn't have a main story, I don't get into it. I need something that is I can just chill out alone and play. Like, it can't be purely multiplayer for me. But that's my shtick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other people are fine with playing just purely multiplayer games. League of Legends, Heroes, Overwatch.
Well, those are more competitive, right? So they have a competitive base in it, right? And to be fair, a lot of those games are like you can pick up, play one game, put it down. You know, it's kind of like a pick up a game. Like Battlefront's kind of the same way, except some of those matches go like really long.
That's a big thing. I found that with single player games, there's a beginning and end to it, right? And once you're done with it, that's it, right? Your replay value is either you're going to have more collectibles to unlock, that kind of stuff, right? That's
or
about
DLC.
it. Yeah. Multiplayer,
The story.
it's like, I don't know. If you do it with a community-based game, it largely depends on what you're trying to do with multiplayer, and that determines longevity of a game. I've noticed on like I just mentioned there, if you do a sort of like a community-centric game, so you're doing like an MMO and centric around the community, those die fast. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Depends on how hardcore the players are.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not too involved. It's just something that's just like I looked at and thought, if I ever wanted to make a game that was centered around the idea of players doing stuff together, it'd either have to be very small,
or
there would have to be more of an AI insertion into it. Like the bots and computer generated stuff, as opposed to just having players to keep it interested for the players to trickle in from time to time. Okay.
Well, I think we've come to a conclusion of our discussion.
Yeah.
Slightly. So that's all the time we got today. We'll be talking about other things that we're expecting in 2017, such as movies, anime. We'll touch on that at another time. But be sure to follow us on social media, at TOONDISE on Facebook, and with the hashtag ToonLounge on Twitter. If you're a fan of TOONDISE and you'd like to support us, make sure to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/ToonDice. And on behalf of Axel, Sean, and myself, Christina, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the lounge.
Go home!
Happy New Year!